Hi everyone, welcome along to another Robert Does Fishing vlog. It's a lovely morning here in Dumfries and Galloway, and today I'm fishing the River Annan. So I'm on the Upper Annandale Angling Association upper beat of the river. That's quite a mouthful, I know. So yeah, I'm just down here on a day ticket. Got from Fishpal. I think it was a tenner for the day. So I'm about an hour south of Glasgow. And yeah, I'm just walking the beat just now, just to take a look at it and see where there might be some fish holding spots, and, before I decide on my tactics. It's supposed to get quite warm today, maybe about 16-17 degrees. There is, however, a bit of a northeasterly wind pushing down about 9-10 miles an hour. So whether that will put the fish off or not, I'm not quite sure, but hopefully we'll see some good hatches today and we can get some dry fly action. I've got my two rods with me. I've got my wee 8-foot rod that I use for dry fly fishing in wets, but I've got my 10-foot Nymph rod as well, so I've already seen some good pulls that look like they could be good for trying the Nymph out just now. So yeah, this is my first time fishing this beat, so as I say, I'm just walking up and down it to try and get the lay of the land and see where we can start making some casts. So I have fished the River Annan before, only once, down at Hoddle. So yeah, looks like a really nice river, and it has a reputation for some really good fish, some big trout, as well as some good salmon and sea trout fishing towards the back end of the season as well. So once I have a wee walk around and decide what I'm gonna do, I'll make a wee video with my tactics set up, and we'll catch you then. Alright guys, that's me walked down as far as I can on this bank of the river for a wee look. The beat does continue on further downstream, but I'd have to cross over and walk down the left bank to get access to that lower section of this beat. So I've got my two rods set up, and I think I'm going to start where I am just now and work my way back up to where I parked the car for lunchtime, and then I can continue on upstream from there to work some pulls up towards a bit called the meetings of the water, the three meetings. I think that's where the River Annan starts. So at the confluence of those three other rivers. So yep, I'll talk through my setup just now. As I say, I've got my Nymph rod with me, and I'll quickly cover that off just now. So it's the same setup I had in my first video from when I was on the River earlier this season. So again, it's just the French leader setup with my 10-foot Shakespeare Agility number 3 weight rod, the Hens French leader, the Hens sighter on it, the luminous sighter, and then I've probably got about the depth of this river, from what I've seen so far, seems to vary quite a bit. So I think I've got about 6 feet of 4-pound fluorocarbon from the sighter down to my point fly, and then maybe about 1.5 feet, 2 feet up from there I've got another fly coming off a dropper. So my flies, again, you won't be able to see them, but I've got a wee hot collared jig head pheasant tail nymph. I'll put a picture of the flies up while I'm talking here. That's my point fly, that's my anchor fly, and then my dropper fly is a wee sort of, I think it's like a kind of caddis spider type pattern. So yeah, that's the nymphing setup. As I say, there's some nicer looking pools up there that look more suited to Euro nymphing, the Euro nymphing approach. But since I've got here, I've seen one fish rise. There's plenty of flies coming off the water already. It's only it's 9 o'clock in the morning. There's quite a bit of fly life around already. I've only seen one fish rise, so what I've done is I've adopted for the dry dropper method, or the clink and dink, or deadly duo, whatever it's called, whatever your preference is. So what that is you get the sort of the best of both worlds with dry fly and nymph. We're using it on the same leader. So what I've got is I've got my wee 8-foot 4-weight rod here, 4-weight weight forward floating line, and on the end of that I think I've got I think it's about a 9-foot tapered leader coming off the end of that, and then that comes down to my dry fly. And what I've opted for here, again I'll post a close-up pictures of this, but this is a wee parachute Adams style fly, and it's got quite highly visible post material on it. That's that TMC Aero Wing. Don't know if some of you will be familiar with that, but it floats all day. It's expensive stuff, but I think it's like a tenner a card for it or something like that, but it floats all day. It's really good. So that's a wee size 12 sort of parachute Adams style fly in sort of March brown colours, I guess. And then maybe about 2 feet off that, you'll see what I've done there is I've just tied another bit of fluorocarbon off the bend of the hook. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. So what you're essentially doing there is you're just suspending a nymph below your dry fly, and you're using your dry fly as an indicator. So if the fish takes the nymph and that dry fly goes under, then chances are something's had a go at your nymph. So I've got about 2 feet of 4 pound fluorocarbon coming off that dry fly there, and then on the end of that I've just got a wee, I think it's a size 14 copper pheasant tail nymph. So we will, again I'll post close-up pictures of those flies. So yeah, I thought we might start off with that method since there's plenty of flies about. Haven't seen any fish rise apart from that one. So yeah, we'll try the dry dropper method first and see how we go on. Sometimes I don't go on very well with casting this, so I might have to alter the length of my tapered leader or the hook length to the nymph coming off the dry fly. So yeah, I'll make a cautious entry into the water here, and we'll start making some casts, and hopefully we can pick up a trout or two. I'm here pretty much all day. As I say, it's 9 o'clock in the morning just now. I'll be here till dinner time at least, and try and do my best to work as much as this river as I can. So yeah, I'll get into the water where I am just now, start making some casts with the dry dropper method, and hopefully we can pick up some fish. Right, let's have a go. Let's have a go with the dry dropper. See how we go on. Job I brought my sun cream with me, and I burn really easily. Sometimes this northeasterly wind's pushing downstream, it's not making casting the easiest job. Don't know what those flies are that are coming off. That's Grannom. It's Grannom that's coming off. So I've just decided to take a wee seat for a few minutes, just to observe what's going on in this pool above the one that I was fishing there. There wasn't much happening down there. To be honest, I was finding it a bit difficult to cast with the downstream wind that was coming down. I had a shot of nymphing at the top of that pool there, at the neck of the pool, but again there's quite a lot of trees behind you. It's quite hard to get a decent flick out into the middle of the stream with the nymphs, so I've moved up a bit. There is quite a lot of Grannom coming off. There's hawthorn flies coming off the bushes next to me. There's also some olives coming off as well, so the trout have got plenty of food to choose from today, by the looks of it, but I still haven't seen anything rising yet. But as I say, I'm going to be patient and sit and observe what's going on at this pool for a wee bit before I try and get back in and see if we can pick something up. But it's warmed up as well. It's a lovely day. The sun's out. So yeah, hopefully that can bring on some more fly life. As I say, there's plenty about just now. But yeah, I'll sit and patiently observe for a bit and see what's going on before I decide what to do. That was right in top of him. The fly landed right in top of him. Let's see if we can try again. No, not good enough. There he is. Show yourself. That might do it. No. Well, I don't know if you can see, but the Grannom hatch has well and truly started. It's definitely in full flow. And those rising fish that I was trying to pick off there are just, they're just gone. I think when it's when there's a massive hatch like this, it kind of puts them off sometimes. So we'll see what happens with this hatch of Grannoms. If it dies down and those fish reappear, then I might jump back in and see if I can target them, because I think one of them was pretty good. So I'll stop for a bit and see what happens with this hatch of Grannoms and see if it calms down a bit, and then we'll make a decision from there. There's one or two fish in this area that keep working it and sipping flies, but I don't know as I say, I don't know what it is that they're taking. That's a good fish. That is a good fish. That's a good fish as well. I mean, these are good fish. They're maybe just wise to what I'm throwing at them. There's at least 3 or 4 fish over there. You can see that. They're really good ones as well. Look at it, like they're just sipping stuff off the surface. These fish are obviously too smart for me. But in that area, you can tell by the rises there's some really good fish there. Let's try a Grannom pattern. Got a wee CDC bubble caddis Grannom here. You can hear those fish in the background, they're still there. Oh no, I missed it. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Oh no, what an idiot. What an idiot. That Grannom hatch is pretty much done now. Put on a wee quill done. See how we go with that. Oh, missed that again. Robert. Oh, Robert. These chances don't come few and far between. Oh, I missed it. I missed that again. That was a good one. Oh, what is going on? What is going on? They seem to like that fly though. That's something. Alright guys, well I was having a wee break there and still reeling for the shock of missing those 3 fish. I thought I would take an opportunity just to show you my dry fly setup. So I'm still using my 8-foot 4-weight rod, again just with the weight forward 4 floating line. On the end of the line I've got a 12-foot tapered leader. That tapers down to about, I think it's a 5x tapered leader, which I think roughly tapers down to about a 4 pound end. So on the end of that, it's quite a long leader. On the end of that I've added an additional maybe say about 3 or 4 feet of 3 pound Maxima Ultra Green. And on the end of that I've got my fly, got my wee CDC dun fly. Don't know if you can see that. Again, I'll put a picture up of the fly in the corner of the screen there. So yeah, it's quite a long leader, and from what I've seen so far, these fish can get quite spooked quite easily. So I think in situations like that, a long leader's quite important. Now, what I want to show you as well is on that piece of Maxima, the 3 pound, that's just blood knotted onto the end of the tapered leader. I use this stuff, most people use this when they're dry fly fishing as well. I degrease the end of that The Maxima Ultra Green's not really that shiny a material anyway. It's not that shiny nylon, but to take any additional glare off it, you know, if the sun hits the end of your tippet, the fish might see that and get a bit spooked. I just use this stuff. So this is Hunt's mud. It's just Fuller's Earth. It's the exact same thing. I just take a little pinch of that and then just rub it along the end of that end tippet section. And as I say, what that will do is it'll take the sheen off it. Yeah, it'll take any shine off it, so that if the sun hits it, the fish are less likely to get spooked. What else I do is for the last sort of foot or two of my fly line in the first few feet of the tapered leader, I want that to float as much as possible so that I can control the line. And what I use for that is just red mucilin. So green, people, I think I've seen people asking what the difference between the green and the red is. The green mucilin contains silicone. Now some fly lines don't take too kindly to silicone being applied to it, so the red stuff is non-silicone. I just got the red stuff just in the off chance that any of my lines don't take kindly to silicone being applied to them. I don't know if that's the case, but just to be safe than sorry, I just bought the red stuff. Now for floatant for the fly, this is a CDC fly that I'm using, so normally I wouldn't really apply any floatant to it, but for my flies that do require floatant, I just use this Loon Loxer stuff. I could probably just use the mucilin as well on it, but Loxer, if you do need to apply floatant to a CDC fly, then that is CDC friendly, so that's the reason I got that. So and what I've also got is a wee, which has been a brilliant purchase, is just a wee Amadou patch, and that contains some Amadou material in it, so if your fly's wet, then you can just pop it in there and it'll take all of the moisture out of the fly as well. So that's my dry fly setup. I've been hanging around for a while, just after my lunch. I took a walk up to the top of the beat. It's quite exposed up there and the wind was really picking up, so I just turned round and came back down. So I'm sort of back down like where I was earlier. So I've just been hanging around and just watching for fish rising. I think it's probably at its hottest as it's going to be today, so it's kind of put the fish off a wee bit in the direction with the sun, the way that the sun's moving as well. The sun's sort of beating right down onto the pools, so generally the fish don't like the sun being on top of them. So yeah, that's my dry fly setup, guys. I'm going to watch for more rising fish and then we'll see how we go on. Hey, so I'm back in the water now. I've spotted a few fish rising over there. I'm sipping away at something, so we'll go again, see if we can tempt any of these guys. There it's there. Hope you saw that there. Let's see if I can make a cast on him. As soon as you start casting, the wind picks up. Oh, that's a dreadful cast. That's a dreadful cast. I slammed it down there to try and compensate for the wind. Oh, that was poor. Now I'm tangled. Oh my goodness. It's just not been my day today. I've had an absolute shocker. Everybody has them. Everybody has those days. That's not going to cut it. That's not going to cut it. Maybe. Yep. Got it. Oh, I'm off. Oh no, he's on. That's a good fish. Oh my god. What did I tell you? It's not my day today. Oh my goodness. That was a brilliant fish. That would have been That would have been my personal best on the river, and I tell you what, it snapped me. It snapped me. Oh my goodness. Absolute shocker. I'm having one of those days. Anyway, that'll be that fish going. Let's see if we can maybe move up and target these. Maybe target these guys that I was targeting earlier on. But yeah, that's disappointing. Right, back where I was earlier on. See if I can get one or two of these or something out of this group of fish that are feeding here. I just realised when I brought my leader in to change my fly there, it was the blood knot that snapped. When I lost that fish earlier, so either my knot was rubbish, or either the tippet or the leader was a bit rubbish. Probably my knot. So I put a tippet ring on. Put a tippet ring on the end of the leader to join the leader and the tippet. So that guy is still sipping away over there, so let's see if we can tempt him. Fish is still there. Right, this one's on. Hopefully it stays on. Hopefully this stays on. Can't bully this fish too hard because I've only got, as I say, I've only got £3 tippet on, so let's see if I can get him in the shallow water. It's a good fish. And you can see him in the current there. Oh, he's not happy. He's not happy. Let's see if I can get him above me. Do not want him getting tangled up in that slack line. I'm a bit nervous about putting him on the reel as well. Put up a good fight. Yeah, there's still fish rising up there. Let's try and get them on the reel. Oh no. My. Let's see if I can get them on the reel. Yes, got him. Wow, what a lovely trout. Oh, that's definitely the best trout I've had at a river. Nice fish. Maybe about 2 pounds. Right, let's get the hook out. Nice, well hooked. Might be a snipper job. There we go. There we go, that's the hook out. What a lovely fish. Just want to make sure he's well rested. What a lovely fish. Not a lot of spots on him. When I first saw the flashes, I was like, is this a sea trout? Lovely fish. Yeah, just want to make sure he's well rested before he goes off. There's still more fish up there as well, so I'm going to go back for some more. There he goes. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I'm pleased with that. Oh, that's definitely my biggest trout I've had at a river. Let's get back out there and see if we can get the others that are sipping something below the surface there. Just moved downstream a bit. I think that fish that I was trying to get up there had me figured out. So there's one that's rising under that tree across there. Let's see if he comes back up again. Still got the same fly on, just a wee CDC done. See if that fish comes back up again. We'll have a go. And I think that'll do me for today. It's coming up to 6:30 now, so I better start making tracks. There he is. problem is I can't even see where the bloody fly is. That fly's got him spooked. I'm going to try and change fly for the last 10 minutes and see if that maybe entices him, changes his mind. Put on one of the dynamite Harries. Well, what an eventful day's fishing. I can tell already my face is absolutely scattered, even though I had sun cream on. I get easily burnt, so I knew that was going to happen as soon as the sun came out. Aye, good day's fishing then. What was that? Missed 3, lost 2, one of them snapped me, and landed 1 that was about £2. So that's definitely the biggest trout I've had at any river. So I'm fair pleased with that. It's a lovely bit of water. I was just talking to a guy there that says next time I come down I should go down past where I kind of stopped downstream there. He says it's much better down there, so I'll definitely explore that area the next time I'm back down. So yeah, really enjoyed today. I think my dry fly fishing could be doing with a bit of work, especially learning how to control your line and mending the line properly so that the fly's not dragging and skating across the surface. I think that's what was putting those fish off that I was trying to target at the end there. I guess the wind didn't help with that. So I really enjoyed today, guys. And yeah, like I always say, if you're enjoying watching this, if you can like the video, and if you want to see more videos like this, if you press the subscribe button, it helps my channel grow as well. So yeah, I'm really pleased with today. I'll definitely be back. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.